The fundamental structure of the cosmic game, according to the Hindu perspective, is a game of hide and seek. It could also be called the game of lost and found, or simply, now you see it, now you don't. When examining the nature of vibration, a peculiar truth emerges. If vibration is represented as a wave motion, one will notice that there is no such thing as half a wave. In nature, crests do not exist without troughs, and troughs do not exist without crests. Sound itself requires both the beat and the interval between beats. This wave phenomenon manifests on multiple scales: the rapid waves of light, the slower waves of sound, the rhythmic beat of the heart, the cycle of breath, the oscillation between waking and sleeping, and even the arc of human life from birth to maturity and then to death. The slower the wave, the harder it becomes to perceive the inseparability of crests and troughs. In this game of hide and seek, we sometimes fall into the illusion that the trough can descend endlessly, never rising again into a crest, forgetting that they imply each other. There is no such thing as pure sound without silence, just as light cannot exist without darkness. Light is pulsation, and between every pulse of light, there is a corresponding pulse of darkness. Thus, the Hindu tradition describes the self as eternally playing a game of hide and seek with itself. Time is calculated in vast cycles called kalpas, each lasting 4,320,000 years. For one kalpa, a world or universe manifests. This phase is called manvantara, during which Brahman hides within all beings, pretending to be them. At the end of the kalpa, the period known as pralaya begins, an equally long phase in which Brahman ceases its play and returns to itself in peace. This is a logical idea. If you were the ultimate reality, what would you do? As every child knows, the essence of play is adventure, make-believe, and illusion, creating patterns and experiencing them. From one perspective, this world is the dream of the divine self. The Godhead is often depicted as two-faced. With one face, it dreams and becomes absorbed in its creation. With the other, it remains free and untouched. In reality, pralaya and manvantara are simultaneous from the standpoint of the Supreme Self. However, for human understanding, they are expressed as sequential events. One does not attain union with the self only after death. This realization lies deeper than the egocentric consciousness. To look for eternity in time is to find only an endless cycle, but to turn inward is to find true eternity. Thus, the eternal game of hide and seek continues. The self forgets its true nature, then surprises itself with recognition. It plays at being lost and then delights in being found. Just like a skilled actor on stage, completely immersed in the role, the self becomes enchanted by its own performance. It forgets momentarily that it is merely playing a part. And so here we are, the Brahman, playing the human game so skillfully that it becomes lost in the act, spellbound by the illusion, captivated by the dream.